Thank you for interviewing me, Jess. It's great to be able to talk about my books and my writing with you. My next release is in December 2017. Back home at Firefly Lake, it's the third book in my Firefly Lake series of small town contemporaries from Grand Central forever. In this book, a single mom who's unlucky in love comes back to her small Vermont hometown, and she unexpectedly falls for her childhood crush, now a retired NHL hockey player and grieving widower who is her daughter's new coach. It's a story of two very wounded souls who have to learn how to love and trust again. Back Home at Firefly Lake is also a story about family and community relationships, and I very much enjoyed exploring those aspects in the story, including writing a secondary romance to give a couple in their 60s their very own happy ending. As in almost everything I write, there are certain themes that recur, and the core themes in my writing are second chances in both love and life, healing and redemption, and finding a place to call home.
What does an ideal writing day look like for you?
That's a very good question, because my ideal writing day doesn't exactly match the reality. My ideal writing day would be a day when I am able to focus entirely on writing and I don't have any interruptions or domestic or family crises. In reality, though, I start my writing day after my daughter leaves for school in the morning. I start by doing some social media work and responding to emails, and then I dive right into writing and seek to write steadily until she comes home from school in the early afternoon. When she's back home and she's focused on her homework or engaged with friends, I do more social media work, marketing work, and other admin. The evenings are family time for me, so I try not to work during that time, but if I'm on a deadline or life has intervened, I have to squeeze in the writing time when I can find it.
Do you set daily or weekly goals for writing?
Yes, I do. I set daily writing goals between 1,500 and 2,000 words is a reasonable writing day for me, and I make myself sit in front of the computer until I make that word count goal, because although writing is creative, it's also my job, and so I can't sit around and wait for writing inspiration to strike. I also, at the beginning of each week, set a to-do list wherein I try to balance both the actual writing work and my word count goals with all the other things that come along with my writing life, so the social media and marketing work and the administration too of running a small writing business.
Where do you go for inspiration or to fill the well?
For me, to fill the well, I need to switch off from writing and all the other things in my life and let my mind drift. I find inspiration in reading, particularly reading outside my genre. I find that very helpful. I also like taking walks. I like to bake. It's amazing the plot problems I can solve when I'm baking. And I also like to visit museums, galleries, and historic properties.
What's your top writing advice?
What I would say to other writers, irrespective of career stage, is don't give up. If you're passionate about telling the stories from your heart, keep going. Define what success means to you and work towards achieving that without comparing yourself to other people.
And what are you working on next?
I've just finished the first book in a new series of small-town contemporary romances set in a bakery. And that bakery setting has been the perfect opportunity for me to test sweet treats from all of my local bakeries. I'm also working on a novella, and I'm scoping out a few other writing projects too, because I find for me that new ideas take time to percolate, And so I need to be letting those ideas simmer whilst I'm working on other things. First of all, I just wanted to thank you again for interviewing me. And I wanted to say that because 2017 is my first year as a published author, I'd like to thank everybody who has helped me reach that goal and supported me along the way, because it's been a very big milestone in my journey. I'd also like to thank all the wonderful readers who have read the Firefly Lake books, because it's the readers who allow me to do what I love to do, and I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. And finally, for all the aspiring writers out there, I'd like to say, don't stop dreaming, because I am proof that dreams can come true. Thank you.